You still remember one word of Chinese?
多谢。
麥神問號。
Brothers and sisters, we are very pleased today because we are with His Eminence Cardinal Fernando Filoni, the prefect of the Congregation for the Evangelization of People.
Good afternoon.
I should say welcome back to Hong Kong because it's not your first time in Hong Kong.
Yes, I am back in Hong Kong for a few hours, unfortunately.
Can you tell our young people how was it your experience here in Hong Kong?
When I was in Hong Kong, it was a time in which still at the beginning was the last period of a British presence here. And with the handover was the beginning of the Chinese rule. So I experienced both of them. I can say many fears are not anymore. I can say that just looking around how still Hong Kong grew up, and we can see this wonderful. I think at that time I was young. Now I am not so much, but you see the life is going on for everybody. Anyone must find the place where he has to stay, where God put him. The most important is not to do many things or to have I don't know which kind of experience, but to find your place where to stay and to work well in peace and joy. When you have no joy, it's something sick in you.
Thank you, Your Eminence. What is the purpose of your visit this time in Hong Kong?
I have been first in Taiwan because of the National Eucharistic Congress there. Coming back from Taiwan, I stopped first in Macau and then in Hong Kong, from where I will go back to Rome. So I could not lose this possibility to visit friends and to know again, to look at the places where I have been for so many years. Being here, I'm happy that to share with many some elements concerning the life in Hong Kong, also to give it to them some elements of my reflection concerning the life of the Church.
Now that you are serving as the prefect of the Congregation for the Evangelization of People, what does the prefect do?
Our congregation was created by Pope Gregory XIII 400 years ago. And the purpose is to bring the gospel everywhere in the world. The world was opening up with the new continents, yes, like America, like Asia, Far East Asia, like Africa and so on. The congregation took this job from the Pope, and still now we are continuing, not only bringing the gospel to the world, but also in understanding, learning, education, health, and with the gospel too.
You were also a kind of bridge. Can you tell us some of your impressions while working here as a bridge between the Church and China?
Well, I was at service of the Church here in Hong Kong, in Macau, and I was a point of reference for the Church in China too. That was the moment in which a relationship was started to be built. I am glad that now a long journey is done and the things are moving slowly forward. You cannot bring the present without the past.
Yes.
So that past was a part also of my experience, but also to get at present the better situation, or could be better in the future too.
So talking about the future, how can you describe the future of the relationship between the Church and China in general, based on your own experience?
We are in dialogue. The dialogue is important. You must trust. Without trust, you cannot build any dialogue. But if there is trust, we have to build also this trust. Things will become better.
Yeah, some of the young people ask me, if you meet Cardinal Filoni, you may help us ask this question, because talking about trust, about the agreement between the church and the Chinese side. So, what does this agreement try to achieve?
I gave an interview to the Osservatore Romano, so I think it's easy to understand also what happened. I wanted to repeat it just again that the agreement, the beginning of this relationship, of this trust, is done step by step. I don't want to jump.
Yes.
I wanted to say we have to build the future.
Yeah.
Not only we as Holy See, but also the Chinese government and also the church in China. But not only the church in China, also all those who are outside, like those who are in Hong Kong, the United States, in Macau, any other place, they must collaborate. This is why I always used to talk about 3 legs to make a stable relationship.
Yeah.
And this is I wanted to repeat and to stress again. These 3 legs are the OEC, the Chinese government, the church in China, and all the others who are interested to help the future of this church in China and for the sake of the Catholic Church everywhere.
Your Eminence, you mentioned about the 3 legs, but when we look back into the deal, as we call it, there are people who see this deal as victory of the patriotic church, something like that. So I think you have some words to say about this.
I also explained to this matter, there is no victory for anyone. Those who are talking about victory, they have a small perception, not the whole perception. I wanted just to say what happened, what Jesus said in the parable of the 2 sons. One who left, the other who was in the house. When the father who left the house went back, although he dilapidated everything, the father said to the other, "Don't be sad because he's back. Be happy because we are united and are together." And this is my message.
Thanks for the message. And back here in Hong Kong, what message can you send to our parishioners, to our faithful, especially in this time when some questions are being raised about the governance of the diocese?
I think many are asking about this question. You are the future. The future is in your hands. Don't ask as you are shaken by any fact of trust of the future and so on. You build your trust, you build your future, and please don't be afraid.
And finally, the young people want to hear from the wisdom of the pastor, as you said earlier, that you are an old man. So what can the old man tell the young people?
I don't want to teach anyone. Each one of us will learn also from his experience. I learn from my experience. The young people, they have to do mistakes, but they have also to learn from the good. Listen and be in touch. Don't be close. Open up your mind. Listen what the others are saying, the experience of the others. Be yourself also able to go forward step by step. If you once make a mistake, next time you will not make any more, and from that you will build your future. So this is my message.
Thanks, Your Eminence. Do you still remember one word of Chinese?
Tosse.